Seven. Oh, mashallah. Okay, that's good. Above five today. Okay. All right, let us begin with Surah Al-Fatiha. Okay, before we start with the talk. Okay, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. Okay, and I want all of us to start with breathing as well. Okay, let us reset our intention. Why we are here today, okay, with one intention that we want to seek knowledge and for the sake of Allah, and we want to get to know Allah better, and we want to become a better mother for the sake of Allah as well. Okay, so take a deep breath before you begin. Okay, just hold your breath for about 5 seconds. Five, five, five. Okay, one more time. Okay, I feel honestly better because even though I was not in a rush ke apa tadi, okay, tapi the breathing does help for you to regulate back your nervous system and regulate your state. Okay, so today we are going to talk about self-blame. Why do you self-blame yourself in this motherhood? Okay, one question if I were to ask you, since okay, do you see your mom self-blame herself at home back then? Recall back your experience with your mom. I want to ask that question first before I go with the one of the verse that I want to share with you from Surah Al-Isra. Okay, can I ask you this question? Do you see your mom always self-blame? Ataupun your mom always blame you? Which one? Does she always self-blame herself or she always blame you? The reason why I'm asking is because I want you to do reflective thinking. Because if I'm just going to give you the information, you're not going to be thinking that deep. So now I'm asking you a question. Do you see your mom self-blame herself? Go and recall back. Okay? Ada tak? Pernah tak nampak mak you macam salahkan diri dia ataupun mak you salahkan you? Ada tak that experience in your upbringing back then? Okay? I want you to recall because if you did not go back and recall, you may not know why, what happened to you now, what is the root cause. Yes, but sometimes. Okay, so she blame you more or she blame herself more? Which one? Why I'm asking you this is because I want you to go back and start to recall back. This is the technique how you can stop blaming yourself by recall about the past. So the next question is, do you see your mom always blame herself more or blame you more? Which one? Just be honest, it's okay. No one is going to share this in any social media ke apa, tapi I'm asking you this because I'm doing personal coaching with you right now. So do you see your mom blame herself more or blame you more? Which one? Which one do you see more? Your mom blame herself more? Blame herself more. Wow. All right. Thank you for answering the question because you answered my question and you have answered your question actually. By knowing this, you can stop blaming yourself. Why? Because now you understood, oh, I blame myself because I have had that experience back then. I've watched it many times. I learn from what I see. So when something happened, what, for example, with your children or whatever lah, your husband or your children, because something happened outside, suddenly you start blaming yourself, then you know, oh, that's not me. That was the little me. How do you feel now? When I said that was the little you, that means you, when you were little, you berdosa tak? Tak. You tak berdosa. So masa you kecil tu, you tak tahu apa. You macam dalam, keadaan yang everything happen to you, it's like, okay, you swallow it. You did not filter that information. Whenever you see your mom blame herself, oh, this is normal. So now that you are here, then whenever you blame yourself, you recall back, oh, I have to filter now. Why am I blaming myself? Wait a minute. Whatever happened in front of you, try to ask the question. Okay, my child is crying. That is the actual situation. Then why am I blaming myself? Because my child is crying. The actual situation is your child is crying. But why you blame yourself? That was your pattern. So this pattern is not aware by many mothers. They keep blaming themselves and they thought it's part of motherhood. It's not. It's part of your upbringing that you did not reset, that you can reset. So that was your pattern, and now you are doing the same thing with your child. So if any mothers who do not know this information or this knowledge or this awareness, they probably continue blaming themselves. And what will happen to the children? Same cycle. The child will continue blaming themselves for everything that happened in their life in the future. Until when? Until you stop. So you have to stop. Because if I do not stop, then this cycle will continue. What happened to people who blame themselves? Are they going to have high energy or low energy? Try to recall. Kalau aku selalu salahkan diri aku, kan kita pernah tunjuk, I show you, right, the David Hawkins graph, right? The self-blame is at the lowest level. So your energy is that low. You want to do baking, you want to do cooking, you want to do, I don't know, exercising, you want to do anything, you're carrying the same energy. Your battery is the same. So you cannot operate at this zone. So what are you going to do? This is the reason why every single emotion is a sign that you have to go back to Allah. It's a sign for you to pause and stop. It's a sign that Allah is telling you, hey, Zuhaira or whoever, stop. Stop and realize that first you have to understand yourself. Okay, why do I blame myself? Is this situation related to my sin? Okay, then of course you have to acknowledge that sin. Contoh, you shouted at someone. Yes, of course, that is a sin. You have shouted at someone and you hurt that someone. It's a sin, right? Unless you shouted alone at the gunung ke apa, that's a different story. But you shouted at your child or you shouted, that was your subconscious mind. That was an automatic reaction from what you have experienced. When I tell you this, you blame yourself lesser. Not that you're going to stop blaming yourself after this. You're still going to blame yourself because that's your pattern. I want you to highlight this pattern, this word pattern. It is our pattern. So until we realize more, how can I stop this? What actually happened to me? You realize more. You go back, you go back, you go back, you realize, oh, this, oh, that. Then you can slowly, slowly cut down that self-blame. Maybe this is the second time or third time maybe you'll be here, or maybe you heard from the workshop. You just started to know this. This has not been repeated in your mind many times. No, means your brain is not familiarized with this. Your brain is telling you it's your fault. That's your brain telling you now. It's your fault. But the actual reason is, it's not your fault. It's your experience that you did not reset. You have to filter that experience. You have to reframe that experience. Oh, my mom last time blamed me because she did not understand what happened to her. She blamed me because she blamed herself. So she feel like she's not a good enough mom. So she blame you because she feels she did not give you enough. This was the pattern that was carried on until she gave birth to you. So meaning she did not have this awareness. She thought that every single thing happened wrong, she blamed. She thought that's normal. Okay, normal lah. I blame someone because this thing is wrong. But technically, she didn't realize that, oh, I actually have blamed myself for a long time. Now I ask you a question. Do you always blame yourself? whenever your child cry, whenever your child did something wrong, whenever your husband did something wrong. Why? Why you take accountable for whatever people do wrong? You take accountable for what you do wrong. Of course, that's important. That makes sense. But for whatever that people do wrong, why? Why you blame yourself? Because one answer, you did not love yourself enough. And I can tell you, all parenting method, you go anywhere, they tell you to do this, to do this, to do this, to do this, until you love yourself enough. Then you can parent better. For until you feel, you are this self-hate towards yourself, you can never parent better. Because you're always going to look at your child, you want to give more for them, but without giving to yourself, you can never give dengan ikhlas. You can never give with sincerity. So it's very hard for you to give in, 100% sincere if you never give that to yourself first. For example, you want to praise your child, but you have not praised yourself. It's not easy, to praise the child. That's why mothers, they have to learn how to love themselves. Then they can give unconditional love for their kids. Because for as long as you did not love yourself, means it's like you did not get that attention when you were little, means like, there's a small Zuhaira inside, or there's a small Aisha inside. That child is not healed. So you are now the big Zuhaira or the big Aisha. You are outside, right? So you are the new you, the mother. You want to give love to that child in front of you, you can't. Because that little Zuhaira inside or that little Aisha is not given love enough yet. So you have to love that Zuhaira. You have to love that Aisha. You have to tell yourself by looking at the mirror, by imagining that little you, and tell her that you love her. Then you can start loving your child sincerely. If not, it's more like, okay, this is my child now. I have to take care of my child. Who else gonna take care of my child? Of course, this is my child. I give birth to him. Okay, I'm gonna give him food. It's like robotic parenting. You're doing things just for the sake of surviving this child, to keep this child alive. You're not gonna feel the motherhood until you heal, until you give love to that little you, until you realize, oh, I can't give love to others until I give love to myself. And I tell you, your child will also self-hate themselves if you keep doing this to yourself without awareness. Means you are giving your child food, you're giving your child school, you're giving your child money, you give everything, all externally, right? All external things just to keep the child surviving or alive. But deep down inside, they have the same kind of emotion as you do. So in order to get the child to love themselves is for the mother to love herself. It's not by teaching themselves, it's not by teaching your child, oh, this is how you love yourself. You said, I love you to yourself. You read book about self-love. No. It starts with the mother. When you love yourself, you start prioritizing yourself. For example, you tell yourself, I am hungry right now. I want to eat first. Can I eat first, please? Your child is in front of you crying. Maybe your child wants you to play with him. If you don't love yourself, okay, I play with you. That's lack of self-love. You play with your child. You leave your food. Your food gets cold. Now you're going to eat your food cold. Are you happy? No. What are you going to be doing after that? You're not going to have a good mood. And then suddenly you're going to go to your child. Just now I play with you. Right now I want to eat my food. There you go. Anger comes. Can you resonate with what I just shared? But if you love yourself, you're going to tell yourself, I will eat first, okay? I'll come back to you. Later we'll play together. That's emotional mastery. For someone to be able to speak in that manner is not easy until you heal. But yes, that kind of upbringing will make the child understood, oh, my mom is having her lunch. And then she eat first. I wait. What am I going to do when I have a child? I'm going to do the same thing. I will ask my child to wait. For example, your child is having a daughter or a son. in the future, your child is going to do the same thing as what you did. Wait for a while, okay? Let me eat first. I'll come back to you. Later we play together, okay? Okay, Mom. That's all. Trust me, the child does not need you to say yes. The child is asking question. But because of your lack of self-love, your lack of your security, you said yes without awareness. And leaving yourself behind, leaving yourself behind, leaving yourself behind. Until when? And the saddest part is the child's going to carry the same kind of emotion as you. They're going to grow up hating themselves. I'm not important. Everybody else is important. I put myself last. They go out, people are going to put them last. Because why? They put themselves last. So this cycle will continue. At work, people are going to put you last. At marriage, people are going to put you last. In parenting, people are going to put you last. In friendship, people are going to put you last. So you always be the last. Because why? That mother did not heal. That mother was lying to herself all along, trying to give love to the child without prioritizing themselves. How many mothers like this outside? How many? So how many children actually hate themselves as they grow up? How many? You can tell from their faces. Just tell when their faces, when they are queuing for the school to go inside the childcare or inside the school, you can tell how the face of the child, low self-esteem. Because the mother give everything to the child, but the mother did not build the child's heart. Because why? She is so busy taking care of her children without taking care of herself. So at the end of the day, what happened to the child? Same pattern, same pattern. Grandchildren, all the generation, the whole generation is going to have a generation no self-love. So what happens if the children have no self-love? They're going to either bully themselves or they get bullied or they bully others. So this self-love knowledge is so important for everybody. And don't be, I would say, intimidated. Is that the word? Jangan terpengaruh ataupun don't get easily influenced or manipulated by someone who is having high achievement in the social media. No. Sometimes that achievement is a way to prove that they are successful. I'm telling you, Instagram is fake. It's fake. People who are really, really happy, they are actually being present with their children, with their family. Because why? Because they have Allah in their life. They are happy with Allah. They don't need to prove to social media. You'll be surprised, mothers who probably have 6 kids, suddenly all the kids are successful. Because why? The mother put her success in the children's shoes. I have 6 kids. All my kids are successful. Look at them. But deep down inside, the child hate themselves. Because why? The mother is busy mothering without nurturing their own heart. So the autopilot, they are not aware of this. Dia tak sedar. Dia macam pattern lama lah. Dia macam sama juga pattern tu berlaku. Dia macam autopilot without realizing this. That's why I asked you to recall back your childhood. Because why? I want you to activate back your heart. Your heart is dead. And you are wounded because of your childhood experiences. So you can't feel. You are like numb. You can't cry. You can't feel. If someone do something good, okay, thank you. That's all. There's no deep feelings inside. And this has to start with what? With going back to Allah and admit all the hurt that you had in the past. Recall back that childhood and admit, yes, I was hurt. Oh Allah, please help me. Just by saying that to Allah, oh Allah, please help me. Yes, I was hurt, Ya Allah. I leave myself many times. Oh Allah, I did not realize this. I thought I was doing everything for the sake of my child. That's the wrong thing. For the sake of your child. Since when Allah give you this motherhood to do everything for the sake of your child? Since when? Allah give you this motherhood for you to honor Allah and for you to thank Allah for the child. For you to go through this motherhood together with Allah and bring your child along to get to know me. That's the motherhood. That's the purpose of motherhood. You get to know me better through your child that I have given you as a gift and let your child know me better. That's your purpose of motherhood. But what are you doing in this motherhood? Just give food, give school, money, and then you don't have enough money, you quit your job, you go to, I don't know, trying to get the money, send your child to childcare. You're doing things wrong because you're not doing the first and foremost. Go back to Allah and admit that you need His help. I tell you, once you do this, you'll see differences in your life. Your husband, your child, your mother-in-law, your mother, whoever will never love you until you love yourself. How painful is this? I'm telling you the truth. Right in front of your face, I tell you. If you don't love yourself, nobody will love you. So is it important for you to prioritize yourself and love yourself? And who loves you the most? If I'm going to start with this, okay, my mom doesn't love me enough. You think your mom doesn't love you enough? No. Your mom doesn't love herself enough. That's the problem. It's not that she doesn't love you. She loves you. But she doesn't know how to show love in the correct manner. She doesn't know. Because she doesn't give that to herself. So she leave herself behind. Maybe she doesn't take shower, she shower you. She doesn't eat, she let you eat. She maybe doesn't have a life, she give you a life. What kind of parenting is this? What kind of motherhood is this? And everybody is doing that. Everybody is doing that. You're destroying your child's future. Do you know that? Your child doesn't have self-love. That's the important recipe for marriage. If you don't have this self-love, you know what you're going to do with your husband? You're going to become a people pleaser. That's exactly what happened. People pleaser in the marriage. People pleaser in parenting. People pleaser everywhere you go. Isn't it tired to become people pleaser? You're supposed to become Allah pleaser. That's when you go back to Allah, you realize that that is where you get the love. The source of love is there. You started to love yourself because you have the source of love in your life. Then you can start loving yourself. When you start loving yourself, you find it easy to love others. I can love my child. I can love my husband. Why? Because I have Allah. He is the source of love. But what happened to our parents back then? Mommy, daddy, source of love. Since when? So I'm telling you, if you did not introduce to your child that Allah loves you, you are the most important person in Allah's eyes. Maknanya, you tell your child, it's okay. Allah is there. It's okay. Allah will take care of you. Every time this message has been given to the child, what happened to the child? Oh, there's someone take care of me. Allah. Allah take care of me. Allah loves me. Allah provide me. Allah. Everything is Allah. Okay. Mom, dad, secondary. Allah, primary. Gonna grow up with a self-love. With a strong self-love. Mom died one day. There's a story. You know, there's this book. I don't have it with me right now. It's in my son's room. But mashallah, this is a very amazing book. Maybe next time I show. Unless if you want me to show, I go and take. But anyway, this book is about Asma'ul Husna teaching the child how to love Allah and by leaving the parents behind. This is the parenting that I want to introduce to mothers. This is not the kind of parenting lah. This is the ultimate way of living. You have to let your child know the one who loves him is Allah. Because one day we're gonna die. So what happened to parents or motherhood? Usually what they do is, it's okay, mommy here, okay, mommy here, don't worry, mommy here. Then suddenly mommy die, how? No one love me, I'm alone. Mommy go toilet je nangis. Isn't that what happened to all mothers? Why? No knowledge. Busy motherhood. Busy taking care of the children, diapers, back then, susu. Busy taking care of themselves without learning knowledge. You are ruining your future. Whoever did not spend time, at least 20 minutes with the knowledge in a day, be sure your future is going to be dark. Because why? Every time you listen to knowledge, you activate your prefrontal cortex. That's your thinking. That's your creativity. It's here. So what happened when you motherhood? This pattern, it's here, survival mode. Asalkan minum, asalkan makan, asalkan main, asalkan pergi sekolah, dah. So the motherhood feels drained because there's no emotions. If the child break the toy, we scold the child. As if that's so important. The toy is more important than the child's heart. If we have Allah in our motherhood, if we motherhood with faith, atau if we mothering with faith, we're going to have this strong belief that if the toy is broken, it's takdir. Why am I scolding my child? Okay, you just bought a toy. I just bought this toy. You know, it's so expensive. What are you teaching your child? Money is important. You are not important. Money is more important. And the child's gonna grow up, leave the child, get money. I get money because I want to feed my child. But indirectly, I'm telling my child, you're not important. You're not important. So what happened? The child have this thing in their mindset, I am not important. I am not enough. So they go living their life, continue having Instagram, telling everybody how important they are. Look what I have achieved. Look, 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 look. Stories all the time, non-stop. This person who posted stories, 100 stories maybe a day, did not realize they have this sickness. What sickness do they have? No self-love. They don't have this knowledge. Not everybody have this knowledge. This is a very, I would say, I don't know how to explain this. Rare information ataupun rare, it's not information, it's a knowledge that rarely spoke to in public. People always spoke about parenting, about hukum, about puasa, solat, Tarawih, budaya, culture Tarawih, right? It's a culture do Tarawih. Every time Ramadan, Tarawih, everybody go. But the heart is dead. How much do you love Allah when you do Tarawih? How much do you cry after Tarawih? How much do you remember Him after you Tarawih? How much? Or just go Tarawih, after that, done. Why? Emotionally numb. Why? Mother have numb emotion, child have numb emotion. The heart cannot feel. And the saddest part is the mother didn't know that she had this, you know. At least you now, today, you know this. And maybe some of the mothers who joined the workshop before, or maybe other mothers who probably listen to this in YouTube. Usually I posted the video today, like I'm doing this recording. Later I see how many views. I can see, oh, there are mothers who actually watch. Maybe they cannot watch now at 12 o'clock, but they watch later. That that is I mean, those mothers, they get this awareness. But how many times? Depends how many times they listen. Because what happened to your brain, whenever you listen to something, your awareness started to get higher and higher and higher. Then you realize, oh, I did not love myself all along. And then I asked myself, why I did not love myself? Oh, because my mom doesn't love herself back then. So my mom doesn't give love with sincerity. Why my mom doesn't give love sincerity? Because my mom also did not probably get love from the source of love. Maybe get love from, I don't know, money, from husband, I don't know. Anything else other than Allah, it's not love. But then if the mother started to get to know Allah, the mother has that source of love, the mother can give love to the child sincerely. Because their love is very strong from Allah Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. So if this continues, your child will not have self-love, get married, the same kind of emotion you're going to carry in a marriage. So for example, like self-guilt. You blame yourself for everything that happened. Your child's gonna do the same. Go and see how your mother have, what kind of emotions your mother have. Now check your heart. Is it the same or not? Yeah, my mom last time angry, angry, angry. Now I'm also same. My mom last time kecil hati, kecil hati, kecil hati. Now I also same. So you want to repair who now? Repair the parenting or repair yourself? Which one? I'm asking you a question now. You want to repair your parenting methods? Or you want to repair your heart? Oh, there's a lot of baggage, garbage in my heart that I need to throw. So Allah give you an opportunity to know this knowledge. One, Allah probably let you quit your job because is it true that your job has a lot of haram? I wouldn't say haram. I wouldn't say that job is haram, but it has a lot of haram things. I don't know, that maybe does not please Allah. So technically, sometimes a painful situation happen to somebody is because Allah wants you to go back. It's His way of pushing you or pulling you back to go back to Him. Technically, that pain was a good pain. It's like contractions. You have a, like birth, labor. Contraction is very painful, but technically, at the end of the day, you have natural birth. If you go through that pain all the way until the end, what happened when you have natural birth? You don't have any wounds inside your you're warm. You know, your body is healthy. Rather than you did not want to go through the pain, you go and take whatever epidural, whatever, you cut down, man. You do shortcut. After that, you're gonna feel weak. You probably maybe cannot move much because of that meds, these meds, medications, all that, interventions and all that. You don't feel your birth. So if you want to take care of your child, also you feel weak. It's like that. That is one example, labor and contractions. Another example is a butterfly, caterpillar, cocoon butterfly. You want to become a butterfly. You want to set free, emotional freedom, whatever you call it, emotional mastery. But you are a caterpillar now. You don't want to go inside the cocoon. I don't want to go there. Straight away, I want to become butterfly. How? You have to go inside the cocoon no matter what happened in order for you to fly free. So Allah is putting you inside the cocoon right now. But many people, they stuck in the cocoon. That's the thing. You're supposed to pass your test in the cocoon. You become butterfly, you will never become a caterpillar ever again. Betul tak? Dia dah jadi butterfly, you takkan jadi caterpillar lagi. So caterpillar is the old you, cocoon is the transformation, butterfly is the new you. So a lot of mothers, they go through this training ke, this workshop ke, this YouTube. They go for a while, after that they go back to caterpillar. Because why? It's so hard to be in the cocoon. Never mind lah, I become caterpillar lah until I'm old. So you become caterpillar, your child's a caterpillar. So a generation of caterpillar. If you become a butterfly, then it's different. So I want to tell all mothers right now, you're not taking care of yourself. You're taking care of your child. Is it true? What is yourself? Now you're going to ask, okay, what is myself? How am I going to take care of myself? I tell you already, you have 4 components in your body. It's not just body, it's not just stomach. I just feed my stomach every day. I just eat as long as I can survive. No, you have your spiritual health. You have to make sure you do your salat every day. If not, your roh died. And the thing that will go back to Allah is your roh. So if your roh is not healthy, how? How you gonna go back to Allah in a good way, right? Another one is your emotions. Have you tried your heart? Okay, I have wound, childhood wound. Have you cleared? Have you forgive your mom? Have you forgive the people who have hurt you? If you don't forgive people, what happened to your heart? Your heart has a lot of black dots. So technically, whose heart are you not taking care of? It's your own. And then the last one is your mental. This is why knowledge is important. Whenever you hear something, knowledge, beneficial, activate your thinking system, right? You'll be like, oh, what happened when you learn news? You learn anything or become more panic person? Betul? Dengar news, dengar gossip, tengok scrolling, Instagram, you are damaging your mental health. I stopped scrolling for more than 2 years now. I can tell you that what happened when you stop scrolling, you can focus. If you continue scroll, trust me, people who scroll, I can tell you one thing for sure that happened to them, procrastination. For sure. I cannot focus. It's very hard for me to focus. Oh, okay. Do you scroll a lot? You read a lot of news? You change information every 15 seconds? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, happy. And then suddenly sad news. And then suddenly anger. And then suddenly funny. You are just blocking your heart. Your heart is dead. Now it's okay, dead is one thing, means you did not know Allah. Okay, now your heart is alive. Now your heart is not dead yet. Not dead anymore. Okay, now it's alive, okay? But it's still numb. Because why? Because of that scrolling. It blocked you from feeling exactly what you feel. Blocked. I can't feel anything. I cannot cry. It's very hard for me to cry. Do you have a hard time in crying? If you have a hard time in crying, that means your heart is very numb. Then stop scrolling. Stop watching news. What do you get when you watch news? A lot of people trying to become the smartest people who know everything. Oh, tak nak jadi FOMO lah, fear of missing out. You want to know everything, what happened in the world, but you don't know exactly what happened inside your heart. You don't know that you had wound. You don't know that your mom had depression. If your mom had depression, definitely it's going to go to you. And if you did not heal, definitely going to go to your child. You don't want that to happen. So you want to pause, you want to stop, activate back emotions, learn about emotional mastery, listen more, activate more, try to recall more. What happened to me exactly? How can I heal? by going back to Allah. But it's not one day, it's not 1 month, it's a journey. It's a cocoon. You are in the cocoon. Until when? Until Allah is satisfied with you. How do you know if Allah is satisfied with you? Have you quit all the sins? I'm just going to talk about one sin that all women does, all mothers does. You know what is it? Their mouth. I tell you honestly, our mouth is like our mom. Same. The way we speak, the words we say is all same. So what we're going to do? Repair your mouth. You know, you sekarang tengah puasa kan? You realize or not the words that come from your mouth? Astaghfirullahaladzim. Stop with astaghfirullahaladzim. You can't stop directly because why? 90% you are your childhood. 90% you are your experience. 90% this is your knowledge that is here. The rest from your eyebrow until your chin is your subconscious mind. So you go to school, it's only forehead. The knowledge stays here only. Let's say you go to Sharahan, it's just here. It doesn't register. When these change, this whole 90% change, then your action will change. By how? By listening more and getting to know yourself deeper and forgive your past. Being aware lah, maknanya being mindful. That's why this talk called mindful motherhood. Because I want all the mothers to be mindful in their motherhood, not just motherhood, but you are a mindful mother. You're not a mindful mother if you are running the show, you know, like a robot. If you are tired, you don't stop. If you feel anything, continue. If you feel sick, sit down. What happened if you don't cook in a day? Nothing happened. Someone probably get you food. Maybe someone give you food. There must be. Allah provide you rizki every day without fail, as long as you're still alive. So if you don't cook today, kalau aku tak masak, I pernah dengar mak-mak cakap macam ni, kalau aku tak masak, macam mana agaknya anak aku nak makan? Siapa cakap engkau yang kasih anak kau makan? Allah yang kasih anak kau makan. Nanti Allah kasihlah orang belikan ke, suami bawa balik makan ke. Try satu hari. I challenge all the mothers, try not to cook one day and see what happened to your son. Nothing will happen to him. Because why? For as long as you are living, Allah provide you rezeki. But we don't have this knowledge back then. Kalau kau tak kerja, nanti macam mana kau nak makan? If you don't work, how can you live? How can you get money? These are all the programming that under our subconscious mind. This is all subconscious mind. What happened when you listen to this talk many times? You reset your mindset. Your subconscious mind is your mindset. About money, about marriage, about parenting, about motherhood, about life, about everything. It's all in your mindset. That's why 2 things you have to take care of every day. Mindset, heart set. Heart set means it's your heart. So set your heart to be free from all the emotional sickness or evil feelings or whatever. Set your heart free and then take care of your mindset by listening to somebody who can convince you about Allah more. Make you believe that Allah loves you. Makes you believe that Allah is enough. Makes you believe that no one can protect me more as much as Allah. Oh, no one can protect me as Allah protect me. You have to listen more, then you have self-love. You have emotional security or emotional safety. You feel safe. What happened to mothers who have probably depression and all this? Maybe they had a depressed mother, and then, like raise them. They don't have 100%, they don't feel 100% safe. It's not that they're not safe. They don't feel 100% safe. So what happened to their nervous system? Their nervous system, like I mentioned, the lowest brain. I am not safe. So they are still carrying that survival mode brain. They have not upgrade their brain. Their brain is still survival. I am not safe. I am not safe. Until you know who actually saved you. Then you feel, I am safe now. Now tell yourself, Ya Allah, I am safe now. I am safe in Allah's hands. When you say this many times, you give affirmation to yourself that you are safe. Once your body believes that you are safe, then you can go to the next level, which is emotional brain, which is your limbic system. Now, a lot of mothers, they are operating in the survival brain. Survival mode lah maknanya. You tak perasan tau. benda ni macam, it's sad lah, but it's true. So every day you go through your motherhood. Sometimes before this, I was also not aware. I probably did not aware that I just scold my child also. Macam it's like tak perasan tau. Tapi bila dah perasan sekarang, maknanya your level of awareness has increased because of why? Because of knowledge. Knowledge increases your awareness. And knowledge about what? Not knowledge about Dajjal, no. Knowledge about yourself. Knowledge about self-awareness, self-development, personal development, self-mastery, emotional mastery, knowledge about Allah. Go to the basic. Don't jump and learn about anything else until you learn about yourself. Trust me, you cannot go anywhere if you don't love yourself. Business, whatever lah. No, it's like, you have a flour, you want to make a cookies. That flour is rotten or that flour is, basi. Boleh tak you nak buat kuih tart or cookies, chocolate cookies? Cannot. The chocolate cookies is your husband. That kuih tart is your child. Maybe kuih makmur is your work. Cannot because it comes from that flour. That flour is your heart. So until you repair your heart, then you can repair your parenting and your marriage. It's you. It has nothing to do with the husband. Husband has his own heart. So how the husband program, depending on his past. How you program, depending on your past. So when usually husband and wife, when they get married and then they have children, right, they blame each other. And they didn't see that both of them actually wounded. You have to repair yourself, husband have to repair himself. Now, can you repair husband? Cannot. Then why you bother? Stop looking at your husband. You have to repair your own heart. You have a lot of work to do now. To repair your heart, there's a lot of things you have to delete. There's a lot of things you have to ask Allah for forgiveness. Our sins back then, there's a lot of things you have to say sorry to Allah for all the things that we have done from our younger days and then our pregnancy and then our, we have done a lot of sins. Then the child was inside us, right? So the child is technically carrying the same kind of pattern. So how can we not admit that this child become like this partly because of me? Partly is a test from Allah. Partly is you. A lot of mothers, they don't admit this, when the child is doing something wrong, the child's fault. But then when you look back, I've done that in front of him before. Why don't we want to admit that yes, I am the mother. I want to be responsible. This is my child. If my child always crying, then you ask yourself, am I always crying inside? If my child is restless, I ask myself, am I restless? Because your child live inside your womb, right, last time. So nervous system the same. So if the mother is panic, the child's panic. The mother kecil hati, the child kecil hati. The mother carry greed, the child carry greed. That's why I say, repair yourself, repair your emotion. What's inside you? The child's going to carry the same kind of energy. You may be repairing their studies, whatever lah, name it. What's inside their heart? If you parent, okay, if you're a pessimist mom, contoh, you always kesiankan anak you. You agak-agak anak you dah besar jadi anak apa? Self-blame lah. Kesiankan anak dia. Salahkan diri dia. Sama pattern. So kalau you ada self-love, I want to go out for a while, I want to learn knowledge. I'll send you to, I don't know, school or nenek house for a while, okay? Why? Because I love myself. I have to take care of myself. I have to learn knowledge. If not, what happened to my mental health? Habislah my mental health. Then, if my mental health is corrupted, what happened to your mental health? Sama. Cuba tengok mak-mak ke bapa-bapa yang tengok handphone. Anak dia semua tengok handphone. This is a pattern that you have to break. And no one talk about this, right? Everybody is just busy talking about parenting. What is actually parenting? How can you parent if you don't love your own self? How can you parent? You cannot. You do it out of survival. But if you parent with mindfulness, this child, Allah gave it to me. It's an amanah for me to take care of for as long as I'm still alive. My job again as a mother is to introduce him to Allah. Because why? Because I want him to have self-love. Have I introduced him to Allah? not enough. Oh, you know why? Because I don't know Allah enough yet. How can I introduce someone to something I don't know yet? Cannot. I cannot spread knowledge of something that I'm not 100% sure of. I don't have vast knowledge in this topic. How can I share with my child? I don't share that much lah maknanya. I only buy the religion. I buy my deen, send them to masjid, send them to school. Khalas, that's it, enough. You learn there, you come back home. Again, 95% program sama. Dekat sekolah yang kat atas ni, your forehead. Masjid, sekolah, madrasah, semua kat sini je, kat sini je. Draw a line here, above your eyebrow, draw a line. This is the knowledge that my child get at school. This is the knowledge from your eyebrow to your chin is what my child sees at home. So which one has more? The home. That's why a lot of madrasah students probably do bad things. Why? The home. Is it madrasah yang salah? No. Apa yang jadi dekat rumah? Kalau tak align, itu yang masalah dia. So aligned parenting means what? What the school teach. Is it the same with the home? What happen if you're doing survival? As long as kita boleh makan, boleh minum, boleh enjoy dah. You know, there's a life after this. You're gonna die. You're gonna be questioned. Aren't you scared of yourself? If you just take care of the child and then you never take care of your four components, right? Physical, you never take care of yourself. Maybe mandi ke tak mandi ke, jaga makan ke tak ke. Macam, pasal stres, kalau stres akan makan banyak snacks. Siapa yang snacking banyak, you are not normal. You have something that you have to repair in your heart. You use food as a distraction. You use movies as a distraction. Korean drama, whatever lah, call it. That's all distraction from Allah. Once you have knowledge, knowledge becomes your distraction. It's okay. In the beginning, it can be like that knowledge become your distraction. Because why? Because you feel, I have to occupy myself with something. I cannot be with myself alone because I don't love myself. I don't want to be with myself. You know, people who always with their friends, always with somebody, never spend time alone. Ask yourself why. I hate that person that I see in the mirror. Until you get to know yourself more, you love yourself enough, you want to spend more time with that person in the mirror, more than anyone else. Because you have self-love. And Allah is in your heart. That's enough. You don't need anyone else, including your children, your husband. That's why I'm trying to repair women now. I'm not trying to repair parenting or marriage. I believe when that particular woman loves herself, trust me, it's so easy for her to have a happy marriage. Because why? She does not depend on her husband. It's so happy for her to have a parenting, blessed parenting or happy parenting. Because why? She does not depend on the child. I don't depend on my child to like me. I am her mother or I am his mother. They did anything wrong, it's just a test from Allah. So I'm going to look at that as a test. I want to pass the test. What I'm going to do if I'm going to pass the test, if it's if it's a musibah, sabar. If it's a ni'mah, syukur. I passed. But because no self-love, right? Attached to the child. Everything my child do, overthinking. My child did something. Seriously, you know you are a separate soul. That's why a lot of people, they introduce this attachment parenting, right? I would like to introduce something else. Detach from your child if you want to be happy with your child. You're not the same being, you know. You have separated since you give birth until the child is 3 years old. He's on his own. Before 3 years old, this is the reason why breastfeeding also Allah created so nice until 2 years old, because the child still think that I'm with my mother. I'm my mom. It's like I cannot separate from my mom. Memang betul. Because the bond between the mother and the child is so close that the child does not know that I am myself. I am a separate being. But when the child reaches 3 years old, this is when the child can actually be free. And they should have confidence by then to play with their peers. But if you did not have a healthy start lah until 3 years kan, nanti dia jadi clingy bila dia dah besar. Terbalik patutnya. Patutnya breastfeeding tu rapat dengan mak. Tak apa kalau dia nak mak aja tak apa. It's normal. Don't ask the child to separate. Tak nak orang kenapa? Especially kalau hari raya. It's normal lah for the child to want the mother. Takkan nak orang lain lebih daripada mak sendiri. That's not normal. So, enjoy that infanthood period because that, I would say, kalau I say, Zohaira, you're very blessed. Allah let you quit your job so you can be with your child. Ask all the working mothers. You will never leave your child when your child is infanthood. Trust me. What I mean, kalau you letak dia dekat sekolah, itu different. Ada keperluan, okay. Tapi tak macam purposely, not purposely lah. I mean, I'm sure all mothers, they have their reason. But don't leave your child because of money. No. Not during the infanthood, no. And never leave anything because of money also. Leave everything because of Allah, yes. I leave my child because of Allah because I want to learn about self-love. I want to learn about Allah. I want to learn about knowledge. Leave your child, yes, please. Leave anything because of Allah, do it. Leave anything because of other than Allah, don't. Especially don't leave yourself because of anybody else. Of course, this is very deep. But I hope whatever that I sampaikan, you get the point. You get the message. So, self-blame started from when? From seeing your mother always blame herself. And because she always blame herself, she feel less about herself. She blame you because you're the nearest. So now what happened to you? You blame yourself. So is this a good way of motherhood? Or you want to change? Okay, you know what? I want to stop giving to others. I want to start giving to myself. Now, who is the giver? Allah. How can you ask Allah to give you if you don't have a good relationship with Him? Start repairing your salat, start going tawbah, all that. Start repairing your heart. Once you repair your heart, you clear all the baggage. Sometimes Allah put you separate with people you love, your husband, your child, because He wants you back. Go back to Him first. It's okay. It's okay. Once you go back to Him, solid, anybody else will come back to you. Not because they come back to you, because Allah put them back in your life. Because they were never in your life. Because Allah were never in your life before. So a lot of people say, last time before I get married, me and my husband, we always be okay, we always very close. That was shaitan in the middle. That's why. Click. Marriage, shaitan wants to destroy the marriage. So that's when Allah has to come back in the picture. Then the marriage can go together again. All right? Okay, so start forgiving yourself from today. Start talking to Allah a lot about your sins. I tell you, you do a lot of sins acknowledgement in front of Him, you will realize a lot of changes happen in your life. You have to admit that, Ya Allah, aku banyak dosa, Ya Allah. If you cannot admit that you have a lot of sins, something wrong with you. You have to be able to confront in front of your God. Your God wants to hear, yes, I am wrong. Until you say, yes, I am wrong, your life will never change. A lot of people, they look at other people's mistakes. You will never have a different life if that's what you are doing. Until you say, yes, I'm wrong. I know. I'm wrong. I'm wrong to you, Ya Allah. First and foremost is Allah. And then admit, yeah, my child have this kind of attitude or whatever because the experience that I gave to my child, betul tak? Takkan kita tak nak mengaku apa yang kita dah buat. Allah tahu semua. So we have to go back, admit, and clear that baggage in your heart. Okay? Inshallah, I'll see you again on this day. Thank you so much for listening up till this end. And I hope that the light will come to your heart more and more and more until you really, really feel that love that He has for you, that no one else can give you. All right. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh.